Welcome to Houston City Beat Weekly. I'm Mike Acosta along with Lisbeth Marquez, once again coming to you from the studio at Capismo Communications. Lisbeth, here you are.
Wow, Mike, I didn't know you were going to be here today.
Well, I heard that you were going to be here and felt that this would be the place to be, so here I am.
And here we are.
well, thank you for joining us for another episode of Houston City Beat Weekly, where we bring you the ins and outs of what's going on with Houston City Beat, and there's a lot of things happening.
So let me ask you this, because as a non-native Texan as I am, so baked beans, they come in two different types, right? You have the non-sweet beans, and then you have they're more like the cowboy western beans. Am I totally off on that?
You're really talking to the wrong person. Because I don't like beans.
Oh,
I
that's
don't eat beans.
Why am I asking you of all the people in the whole wide world that I could ask?
So I do not like beans at all.
Crazy. I don't understand your mind there.
If they are accidentally put onto a dish, maybe okay. If it has, if nachos have a little scoop of that brown,
he's definitely anti-bean.
Then I might eat a little bit. But
you're missing out on a lot of great protein.
That's why I eat the chicken. I love chicken, and that's where I'm going to get my protein. But no, I'm more of a potato salad. I like mac and cheese with barbecue too, but I love potato salad. I mean, to me, I don't know. My mom used to make fresh potato salad when my dad would barbecue. So to me, that's the ideal side for barbecue. But, I don't know. We'd have to ask somebody who knows a little bit more about beans because, I don't. And I don't. We actually put a post like this on the Houston City Beat group.
Facebook group.
Yeah, the Facebook group, the HoustonCityBeat.com Facebook marketplace.
With the question.
We in Texas, I don't care how you eat your chili. But there is one thing that you need to understand if you're going to be in Texas.
Depends on who you are.
In Texas, the traditional way in Texas is you just do not put beans in chili.
That's not true.
That's if you want to eat it with chili and you want to be disgusting, that's fine. But you do not put beans in chili in Texas.
Wow, Mike, so judgmental of you.
I am on this. I'm not going to give on this. Every Texan out there knows you do not cook chili with beans in it. Now, if you like beans, that's fine. We're the Friendship State, right? So go ahead, do what you want, garnish your chili with beans, but you are not going to cook it with beans because guess what? Mike's not going to eat it if that's going to be the case.
What a shame. Wow.
More for you. That's what I always say. More for you. Have at it and have a great time eating it. But going back, because we're talking about our friend Vito here, Vito's Chill and Grill. I can't wait to get some of this brisket, some of this sausage, and mix it with the potato salad. You might find something that you really like with the beans you didn't know. I mean,
so I'm very I have this thing for sweet baked beans, but that's because of my sweet tooth.
But yes, the sweet tooth. Yes,
I've had a complete diet change. I've detoxed from sugar, so I don't know how I might feel about if the beans are sweet. I might just have to skip.
Well. Okay, well, but you might find something that you do like. Now, me, I know already it's not going to work for beans. I've tried it before. Beans, I just don't like them. I'm sorry.
I've got my eyes set on the pulled pork. I can't wait to try it.
Yeah. That actually sounds good. You always go for the pulled pork.
Oh, yeah.
The very first thing.
I'm Cuban. It's part of my DNA.
And this barbecue in Texas, everybody's going to argue about barbecue. Where's the best barbecue? Oh, there's Kansas City barbecue, St. Louis barbecue, and Locka barbecue, whatever, right? Texas barbecue. We're in Texas, so we're going to talk about Texas barbecue. And Texas barbecue has a long-standing tradition, whether people realize it or not. And every Texan will tell you that it does. And Texas barbecue is I love barbecue in general. So I'm not going to talk bad about any of the saucy type of barbecue. Although personally, I feel that if you're going to enjoy good barbecue, the barbecue sauce is really kept at a minimum because the meat itself is cooked to perfection. It has the right amount of smokiness, the slow cook, the brisket. You only need, and the brisket has that bark that it cooks with. So you really don't need to cloud real good barbecue with a lot of sauce. Now, I know that with, other types of barbecues around the country, Yeah, they like to cook with a bunch of sauce, and that's fine. But personally, I like it when I can actually taste the food and not have to. It's like taking a bunch of French fries and just dumping a ton of ketchup on it. That's to me
Well,
what
some
some of these others
people are
are.
into a lot of ketchup, right? Condiments is a big thing for a lot of people. But I used to be one of those people. Not I wouldn't dunk my French fries in ketchup, but I understand why people do it. And now that I have this sugar consciousness, I I prefer my barbecue without the sauce
Yeah,
because you add on a lot of extra sugar that you don't need.
yeah,
The more sauce is on the barbecue, so
Yeah.
it's something that is definitely worth avoiding if you can.
it is. And I know that when you go out there, they're going to say, "Hey, do you want some bread?" And I know your answer.
Is gonna be no.
You don't go with the bread. A lot of times,
Staying away from bread.
I've seen you order a pulled pork sandwich, but then just eat the pulled pork with a
Yeah,
fork and
yeah.
mix it. And you love coleslaw,
Oh,
right?
I love coleslaw.
Is like a big deal, right?
It is a big deal for me. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you like? Is there a certain style? See, coleslaw's fine. I'll eat it, especially if it's homemade. But I'm not real big on it. So do you prefer? Is there different types of coleslaw?
There's different types of I think it has to do with the amount of sugar that's in the coleslaw
Mm-hmm.
because some coleslaws are not sweet at all and others are.
Mm-hmm.
And it when you detox from sugar and that's your new life approach,
Yeah.
everything changes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have to look at food in a completely different way in order to stay with this commitment that I have to avoid sugar because I've actually gone a whole week without any cravings, which
Yeah.
is
That's
amazing.
good. That's real good. Yeah. And you're ready to go. You're not going to crash. You don't feel like you need
I don't
this extra
crash
nap
anymore.
during
Yeah,
the day.
yeah.
No
More power naps.
Yeah,
I don't need.
Well,
power
I
naps.
think power naps are cool, right?
Well, if
Power
you
naps are cool.
yeah, if you
but
need a
not,
power nap.
not because you're crashing from all this
Yeah.
sugar, though, right? That's a little bit different. So,
Yeah.
so this week, a couple days ago, Houston had its birthday.
Happy birthday, Houston.
That's right. Houston celebrated its 187th birthday, and we went out the other day, and we filmed a little segment to celebrate Houston's birthday.
It was almost a disaster.
One of the things that we like to bring here on this show is sort of the behind the scenes. We're not going to show any of the behind the scenes, but we'll tell you a little
Did
bit
we
about
take any
it.
pictures
We took some. No, we didn't
of
really
the
take any
behind the scenes
pictures.
disaster?
Well, so it felt really good. So there's been a cold front that's come through Houston this week, and it came through it started to come through on Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And of course,
Cold front.
well, at least it wasn't like 158 degrees outside with 225 degree humidity, or 225% humidity. But, and that's a joke, of course, but it was more pleasant outside. It was actually very breezy. We went out to Eleanor Tinsley Park right there off of Allen Parkway in downtown. And we went and we got some cupcakes and we got the numbers, the candles, the 187. And we put together a little video and said, "Happy birthday to Houston," because we love
It was
Houston.
really cute.
Yeah, I mean, we're Houston City Beat, so like we are celebrating the city that
Yeah,
we
yeah,
live in.
of course.
And it's a great city, and there's a lot of people here that like to celebrate. And so we did our little part. But the funny thing was
Which
that,
one was the funny
well,
thing?
the
Which
funny
part?
the funniest part of it was when we're trying to shield ourselves from the wind, because it was breezy. Like I said, it was breezy.
So Mike was sitting there trying to light 3 candles while the wind was blowing, and I was tasked with holding the.
You had the sunscreens, the sunscreens that we use normally to give added light when somebody's on camera and you reflect the sunlight, so that way it's directed towards the person who's on camera.
I did get a little grouchy there for a minute.
We were using those
Yeah.
to block the wind.
Yeah,
But you know what? The final video, and if you go back, it's on all of our.
It looks
our
super
sites.
cute. I loved how it turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the music timed out. We were able to keep the candles on for 30 seconds, which was the duration of the happy birthday song that played. And then, almost like if Sam Houston's spirit was there, if you look
Ooh.
in the video, they all just kind of blew out, like gently,
They
they did. And and I used that. It was right at about the end of 30 seconds, and we were able to just fade out the video right there. So it was really cool. That was a but it's funny because you don't really see a lot of the behind the scenes things that are happening with these and wind was one of our challenges that day. But we do this because
It was hot. It was hot. The
It was a little
cupcakes were
hot.
melting.
well, I don't were
The
they melting?
cupcakes
Were
were
they
melting.
melting? Yeah.
The color, if you look at the color of the cupcakes, they
Yeah.
were smearing onto the
Oh.
because they had little sprinkles on them. The cupcakes were the color of the sprinkles were smearing into the top. What is it?
The icing,
icing.
the icing,
The
yeah,
icing.
the icing, yeah. You wouldn't know what that is because you don't eat that stuff anymore.
I don't.
Yeah,
What
it's
is
like,
that?
you know,
I don't
whatever,
know.
whatever that is on top of the
Cupcakes?
cupcake. I'm
what
not
is-
sure. What is this
What do humans do
muffin
with this
thing?
thing?
Does this?
I have no
do
idea.
people throw this in the trash or something? So anyway, and so once again we did that, and again, happy birthday to Houston, Texas. And now, Lisbeth, we have the first segment from Coco Cute Tales, and we have a
Yes.
little video to show here.
Yeah, yeah.
But tell us real quick about Coco Cute Tales.
So Coco Cute Tales is really a growing a growing brand. We're starting off with a collaboration with CAP and
Yeah.
Katie.
Yeah, Citizens for Animal Protection.
Yes, and we have the address here below. And what we're doing is we're going out there to CAP and capturing the dogs that they have out there. So the people there at the CAP, they're really cool. Freddie Cruz, he's the marketing coordinator with CAP. He brings out, or whoever is out there that's able to help us, brings out these dogs, and they all have different personalities. Some are grumpy. What was her name? I can't remember the first dog's name. Her name was.
I can't remember, but we're about to
Escapes
see
me
it
right
once
now.
we start playing the video.
She did not like Mike at all.
I don't think she liked the camera.
No, she did not like Mike.
Yeah, she
So
didn't like the
she
camera.
saw Mike when we first came to the shelter, and she growled at him a few times. And then it just so happened that Jasmine is her name. It just so happens that Jasmine, the dog that growled at Mike because she didn't like him when she first saw him, I reiterate, she's the one that they brought out
What's
first.
not to like, Lisbeth?
And the moment Jasmine sees Mike, she goes into defense mode. Her hair stands up on her back of her. And she was not happy with Mike at all. But she's a super sweet dog. I got some really great pictures with her. And then my other favorite dog was Patrick. Patrick is a pit bull, huge head. That dog is gorgeous. I can't believe he's still at the shelter.
Yeah. So we're going to show right now the first segment with Furry Friends on QQ Coattails.
Cuckoo.
QQ Coattails.
Cuckoo
Yes.
Coattails?
QQ Coattails.
It's
Roll the film.
Coco Cute Tails.
Roll it.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Jasmine. Look, she's so pretty. Come here, Jasmine. Jasmine! So Jasmine is waiting for her forever home here at CAPS on the Katy Freeway. She has been here for over 30 days, so she's a VIP puppy and she's waiting for her new home. So come on out. If she's not available, there is another wonderful little dog just like her that is waiting for her new home.
So that was really cool. I mean, that was a lot of fun. I mean, it was hot that day.
It was hot that day. The dogs were hot.
Yeah.
They have a really cool backyard where the dogs can roam and get exercise.
They do. And the one thing that I like that they have at CAP is that they actually have a covered walkway.
Yeah.
So during the summertime, the dogs, you know, if they still want to get out there into the daytime and enjoy the day, and they want to, and the
Enjoy the
yard.
day.
Hey,
These
dogs
poor
like to enjoy the day.
These poor dogs need people to come and rescue them.
They
because
do.
They have to keep them in cages pretty much the majority of the day because they're a shelter. They're a no-kill shelter, but they're a shelter.
Yeah.
So these dogs are looking for homes. So if you are able to and you would love to have an addition to your family, I suggest you go out to CAP and meet your new friend.
Yeah, and you talked to Freddie Cruz. There was a little bit that we talked to, and we produced a video very quickly last week when we were out there when they had to clear the shelters day, and they actually had waived all of the adoption fees that day. But now, you know, but we talked to Freddie, and you did an interview with him, and that's coming up on the next Houston City Beat episode, which will be coming out this next week. So look for it there.
So they do also have a lot of their dogs and cats become VIPs, a very important pet, which means that they've been at the shelter. I think it's more than 90 days.
Yeah.
And those dogs and cats, they waive the adoption fees. Subaru, I believe, is who covers
It was
for
West
them.
Houston Subaru.
West
Yeah.
Houston Subaru is who covers the adoption fees for them, if I'm not mistaken. So these dogs, they really need, and cats also. They have rabbits too.
Yeah,
You saw the
we
rabbits?
saw little bunnies. They have rabbits and cats and kittens and
Yeah.
little puppies and everything. And you know, the thing that I saw with some of the animals that we met when they brought them outside, their demeanor completely changed once
Yeah.
they were had some interaction because they're just waiting. And Cap is doing a really great job at trying to find a forever home, as you call it. I like those little terms. So Coco Q Tales is a great initiative. I'm glad that we're doing it. I'm
Me
glad that
too.
you're able to do it here, and I look forward to seeing them every week. You know, little furry friend here on Houston City Beat Weekly. So for Lisbeth Marquez, I'm Mike Acosta. Thanks for watching.